So, after we had gotten the dog out and it was en route to try to get its way to its family, um, I started feeling a little different. I was so excited that the dog was able to get to its family, but I was starting to feel really lethargic, really zapped of energy, and I couldn't figure out why. And I started feeling really different. I don't even remember how to pinpoint how to word it exactly. I just remember calling a mutual friend of ours and telling our mutual friend that for days I felt like, and weeks, I had felt like at that point that Morgan had been staying with me or hanging on me. And I couldn't, I know it was kind of different or something maybe possibly a little bit hard to believe, but that's how I felt. I felt like a different type of energy on me. I felt like I was weighted down. It's hard to explain when you have somebody kind of hitchhiking onto you that's a spirit. I know it sounds bizarre, but I don't know how else to explain it. I felt really odd, and I was feeling very sad all the time, like as if I was her being sad that I was gone. And I also felt like I was confused. And again, it was like as if it wasn't really me, but it was me. So I know that's hard to wrap your head around, but that's the only way I can think to describe it. Anyway, so I called a mutual friend of ours at that time, and his name was Richard. And Richard, I told him, I said, I know this sounds really weird, but ever since she passed away, I felt like she's, ever since I got the dog out of the vehicle, it feels like she's been like hanging on me, and like maybe she's kind of in me or something. And she knows that I'm, that I believe in the paranormal world, and so I think she would know that I would be a safe place for her to come to, and that I would, somehow help her. I don't know. But all I know is I'm not kidding. I feel like I can't get anything done. I feel like I'm just really weighted down. And he said, I believe you. I believe what you're saying. And I said, well, do you really believe me, or are you just saying that just because you want to be a friend that's, trying to bring something to the conversation? And he said, no, I believe you because I have felt the same way over here. I felt like she was here before she was over there with you. I felt like I could feel her energy here. And there wasn't really too many people we could discuss this with because, people think that you're crazy or that you're, whatever. But I know this to be true. And at one point, I just got to the point that I told him, I said, I'm sorry, I can't do this anymore. I'm not being able to get anything accomplished or done. I'm feeling things that don't feel like really me. And I just got to get her, to a good place. And maybe she just doesn't know where to go. I'm just going to tell her to go find the light or something, or see the light. And he said, do it. He goes, if I were you, I'd just do it. And I said, I felt really bad because, I don't want to say goodbye to my friend, but I can't keep housing her either. I know that sounds odd to say, but that's kind of how I felt. So anyway, I got up enough gumption and I finally did it. Because it felt like there were two different entities inside me. There were two different souls inside me. There was two different everything, and it felt kind of bizarre. And so I did. And I felt bad. I still do feel bad to a point about it. But one night I just did the mind speak, same as I did for her dog, as trying to get her dog out of the vehicle. I just said, Morgan, I love you very much. We miss you a great